Hi there. So today we have lesson 5 and we will be talking about ethics and privacy or privacy laws in the professional field. So here we have our text and this is a summary I made according to the text. So let's start it. So critics regarding professional ethics often arise as it believed that it jeopardizes the loss of privacy or intimacy, especially in the professional realm. It is true that the privacy or intimacy of professionals is somewhat reduced, agitated by headaches, compared to those who are not professional. In the life of a professional, three areas can be distinguished. We have first the strictly professional, which correspond to what the professional does when providing the specific service during the dedicated time and physical space. Then the strictly private or domestic, which pertains to what the professional does at home or related to any interaction with clients, and finally, the non professional public realm, which aligns with the professional's behavior but not performed in their professional capacity, right, as an ordinary citizen. From these three areas, it can be concluded that professional ethics directly addresses the first and also the third, both strictly professional and non professional public realm, as it does not ignore the professional's behavior in public spaces. In line with this conclusion, based on American Code of Ethics, remember Code of Ethics from Lesson 3, imposes the requirement that professionals avoid behaviors that affect the dignity of the profession according to the Codes of Ethics. This traditional demand is likely supported by the belief that the privilege granted to professional requires effort in both being and appearing in a manner that provides user the chances of not facing suspicions, fears, or unpleasant surprises. The privacy of a professional is reduced but not eliminated. Thus, ethics demand, remember this, ethics demand that they refrain from indecorous behaviors that do not align with the population expects from a rational observer perspective. It is important to note that the voluntary choice of being a professional, as not obligatory, is supported by this protection of privacy. However, its acceptance in various studies include those relating to non-professional public life. An example of some restriction can be found in the Republican's austerity, appearing in a German public ethics law reproduced by the Judicial Code of Ethics in Santa Fe, Argentina. Based on this requirement, there is an ethical prohibition on owning and displaying unequivocally luscious and ostentatious goods. Right. As I said before, I made here a summary to understand well this text. Let's read. Well, they are concerned about the loss of privacy and intimacy in the professional sphere, especially in the context of professional ethics. So this could reduce the privacy of professional compared to non-professional. Remember the three rules: professional, private or domestic, or non-professional public. Well, there is a special relationship between the first one and the third one. So the key here is the ethics is concerned with the professional real and also consider professional behavior public in spaces. Why this? Because the Code of Ethics enforces the requirement that professionals avoid behaviors affecting the dignity of the profession. For example, we have, let's go over here. We have a person, Jimmy. Jimmy is a lawyer. He is, this could be the professional sphere, profession. Private or domestic, he's a husband. And then we have the non-professional public, in public. He cheat his wife. Right. So the key here is to relate the first one, lawyer, for example, the professional part, and non-professional public. What is public? He cheat his wife. So ethically, we can say cheating his or her partner is, of course, is out of ethics. It's not more. It's not moral. It doesn't have moral. So people know Jimmy cheats his wife and immediately have a question, and a question with a logical reason, like he cheats his wife. So he cheats his wife. So he will cheat his clients, a lawyer. The Code of Ethics enforces the requirement that professionals avoid behaviors affecting the dignity of their profession. This would be based on the belief that professional privilege requires effort to instill confidence in users. So, while the privacy of professionals is diminished, it is not completely eliminated. Ethics demand that professionals avoid indecorous behaviors, considering the expectation of a reasonable observer. The reduction in privacy is voluntary for professionals. So Jimmy could choose, okay, I won't cheat my wife anymore, so my clients will trust me because they will see I am a good person, so I am a good lawyer. In summary, this text explores the relationship between professional ethics, privacy, and the public behavior of professionals, emphasizing the importance of upholding the dignity of their profession. Let's go to the continuum text. Privacy and ethics. Protecting the privacy of personal information continues to pose significant challenges for organizations. This emphasizes more about information of people because consumers are vulnerable in their dealings with business to do due to a lack of information about an ability to control the sequence and use of their personal information. We argue that organizations have a moral responsibility to this individual to avoid causing harm and to take reasonable precaution toward that end. Right. So, what is ethics? It's not necessary to emphasize this part, but all know we have a lot of concept of this problems of research on ethics, the problems that usually people, professionals, etc., can find it within it. And why is privacy an ethical value? Privacy as an intrinsic value, lack of respect for others, privacy as a human right, privacy as an instrumental value, psychological necessity, social trust, conditional democracy, organizational peace, uncertain limits, privacy protection. And we have here some questions that I want you to answer and discuss in the forum. And please don't forget to answer the question in the forums. We have open question in need of discussion. What is privacy? What are its limits? What is ethics? Which life do we want to live? Privacy concerns are intrinsically linked to other ethical issues. What do you think about this? Try to answer this question in a discussion in the forum on lesson 5.